ladies and gentlemen, to the English news from Djibouti channel. Let's begin with the title of our edition tonight. The President of the Republic received the new UNDP representative in Djibouti. On continental news, exactly in Syria, the ultimate stronghold of the desert of Syria. Welcome if you join us. The President of the Republic, Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, received today at the Presidential Palace the new representative of the United Nations Development Program in Djibouti, Mrs. Fatima Farouk. At the beginning of the meeting, the head of state welcomed the new representative of the UNDP and wishes her also succeed in carrying out her mandate. President Guelleh and Mrs. Fatima Farouk discussed the cooperation and partnership between the Republic of Djibouti and the United Nations Development Program, as well as ways to strengthen these cooperations in the coming years. Remember that UNDP is a global development network of the United Nations and organization that supports change and connect countries with the knowledge, experience, and resource to help people improve their lives. The program works in 177 countries to help them develop their solution to meet local and global development challenges. An interview on national television, the representative of UNDP in Djibouti thanked the President of the Republic, Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, for the warm welcome.
The first visit, courtesy visit to His Excellency the President of the State, Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, and on behalf of UNDP and the partnership that exists now in Djibouti for the last 40 years, we are very happy and delighted to hear from His Excellency his directions and the way forward in terms of looking at opportunities and expanding the partnership towards a more prosperous future and towards achieving the sustainable development goal in Djibouti. UNDP operates in multi-sectoral approach. We have launched last year the 5th country program document, which lasts until the year 2020. We start by looking at areas of sustainable development, areas related to the achievement of sustainable development goals, areas related to poverty reduction, employment generation. We have strong partnership with the environment, the access to justice, the mobile justice, and also working on governance and government institutions, looking at all what UNDP can bring a comparative advantage as one of the sister agencies within the UN system. We work with multiple partnerships with multiple donors that are contributing to Djibouti development.
The amphitheater of the Institute National of Science, Higher Institute of Health, this morning hosted a graduation ceremony for nursery assistants. For more details, let's follow Tariq reports.
The ceremony was led by the Minister of Higher Education, Nabil Mohammed Ahmed, and the Minister of Women and Family, Moumina Ahmed Hassan. She saw the presence of the Director of the Institute, Mrs. Nadira Abdullah Yahya, the representative of UNICEF, the trainers in childcare, and the heads of the private nurseries. Childcare takes place in different types of space and bodies. At first, in the maternity ward, the nursery nurse is responsible for looking after the newborn. She makes the first exams, establishes their diet, and provides their toilet. She also advises young mothers on care, breastfeeding, the physical and emotional development of the child. This is an important moment because we will give you the official document that validates your success and commitment during your training, she explained. The Minister of Women and Family thanked the director of the Institute and reminded the graduates to put their knowledge at the service of young mothers. The Minister of Higher Education, Nabil Mohammed Ahmed, has welcomed the initiative of the efforts of the Institute for the success of training, which is at first in Djibouti. The 15 laureates received quality training over a period of 1 year provided by qualified trainers in the field of early childhood. At the end of the official speeches, the leaders proceeded to the graduation of the young laureates.
The Minister of Muslim Affairs, Culture and Welfare, Waqf, Mr. Momin Hassan Barre, received this morning in his office the visit of the delegation of UNESCO office in Nairobi, who is on mission in Djibouti for the organization of the formulation of national cultural policy. The minister welcomed the UNESCO delegation, thanking Mrs. Kalin for her commitment to the development of culture in Djibouti, and Mrs. Tojo, who is responsible for preparing the necessary steps for the development of the national culture policy. Also, the minister received in his office the courtesy visit of the ambassador of the Republic of Turkey accredited to Djibouti, Mr. Salim Levent. This meeting took place in the presence of the minister, Councillor Shuaib. As part of the forthcoming launch of the construction of a ship repair As a part of forthcoming launch of the construction of a ship repair yard in Djibouti, the President of the Authority of Port and Free Zone of Djibouti, Mr. Abu Bakr Umar Hadi, made a working visit to the Netherlands from January 2023. During his stay, the President had fruitful meetings and deliberation with the Dutch group Damen, world leader in the field of ship repair and construction. The visit follows the signing last December for a memorandum of understanding between the Port and Free Zone Authority of Djibouti and the Dutch giant Damen, having laid the groundwork for a new collaboration that will transform the harbour landscape for our country. The discussions focus on the type and modalities of launching the ship repair yard, and especially the capacity and training to prepare a workforce 100% Djiboutian, better equipment and better able to manage a similar project. On this point, it was agreed to launch a vast training program for various trades of naval repair for Djiboutian by sending them in training in the various shipyards in the Netherlands for a period of 3 to 6 months. This training program, which will run for a period of 2 years, will begin before June 2019. Following the establishment by the Minister of the Budget, the National Commissions for Tax Conciliation held yesterday at the Mediator its first meeting under the chairmanship of the Ombudsman of the Republic, Dr. Qasim Ishaq Osman. All the members of Commission took part in the first meeting, which had the agenda of setting up a permanent secretariat of the work scheduled for the year 2019. It was discussed the preparation of an enlarged meeting with the heads of local elected officials, including the mayor of Djibouti and the various prefectures, to popularize the taxes of the National Tax Conciliations Commissions. On continental news, nearly 5,000 people, including about 500 fighters, have been evacuating since Monday, the last Isaac Bokid in south and eastern Syria. The group of jihadists, which continues to lose ground, is cornered in a pocket of 10,000 kilometers square, say Tuesday an NGO. For more details, follow the report.
Israeli fighters are now sweeping surrounding villages for remand of the militant group. US-backed force captured the latest major town held by ICC in eastern Syria on Wednesday and are now sweeping surrounding villages for remand of the militant group. The Syrian Democrats Force, a coalition of Arab and Kurdish fighters, have seized in several eastern villages from ICC, including Echin, Al-Shafa and Suza, in recent weeks.
The Russian President Vladimir Putin and Turkey's Recep Tayyip Erdogan were meeting in Moscow on Wednesday to discuss the Syrian, the latter seeking to convince the justification of its proposal for security zone. For more details, follow again this report.
President Recep Tayyip Erdogan is in Moscow for talks with his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin. The visit came as Turkish forces are opposed to launch a major military operation against the Syrian YPG Kurdish militia. Ankara deems the YPG and its political affiliates the PYD terrorist organization is linked to an insurgency inside Turkey. Since then, the two presidents are increasingly cooperating in effort to end the conflict.
Here we finish the news of tonight. Thank you for watching us. Goodbye.